What's up, you guys? I'm Tony Crispin.
Alex Yarman.
And this is Drift Roulette.
Drift Roulette.
Drift Roulette.
Drift Roulette. Drift Roulette.
Drift Roulette.
Drift Roulette.
Drift Roulette High Stakes 2024 season opener. We're here for the first event. Excited to get started.
Drivers meeting is starting, so if you're not over here, get over here.
Guys, first off, thank you so much for coming out. The turnout is absolutely sick. This event is seriously turning into something super cool. We've got the drivers brackets being written right now. We are almost done with that. If you guys are unfamiliar with how we run things here, drivers are paired via a roulette wheel. So she's been spinning numbers all morning, writing everybody's name down on those brackets. So do come up somewhere in the middle of practice, see where you're at, who you're stacked up against. That way we can get this staging running smooth and get everything kind of rolling along. Judges, do you guys want to chime in on anything here?
Don't suck.
Nice, loud and clear, got it.
We want to see E36, 100 horsepower, commitment, blind through the turn, throttle down, right? That's how we all try to drive. That's what we want to see. Do that. Don't suck.
Right on, guys.
If you haven't checked in, come check in, get the waiver signed, and let's party.
Go.
During practice, we had our media team out getting interviews. So before we get too deep into competition, let's get to know some of our drivers.
My name is Rafael Lopez. I'm running a 1JZ single turbo, making roughly around 542 horsepower. It's got Weiss fab on it, welded diff, and we're gonna send it. This is my second drift competition. I actually did the first one last year, so I've made it to top 16. Hopefully this time we can take it higher.
Can you give me your name?
My name is Ashton Redberg. Yeah, so this is my car. We built it at Drift Cave Motorsports in San Jose. It's an LS 350Z with a stock gear ratio in the back, and then we have a dog box in the transmission. So I've been driving. Let's see, I drove Top Drift a little bit, then the Drift League, and then now we're here doing a hot pit here pretty soon this season, and a little bit of Drift Roulette stuff. So I've been drifting for about a few years in competition now. So this event looks like just to be a lot of fun. It's not a super serious competition, which I enjoy. It's going to be just fun. Get to go out there and huck it with the guys and tan them, get on their doors, and have fun, yeah.
So, can you tell me your name?
My name's Cameron Schaefer. This isn't my vehicle. I'm driving it for my friend, Sofa Flag Motorsports. We're kind of doing some shakedown runs, trying to figure it out. It's a, I think, 2005 C6 Corvette with a fully built engine, and it makes about 620 wheel horsepower. Yeah, so I've been drifting for probably 4 or 5 years now. I've started on my Miata. I took the Miata, turbocharged it, drove the heck out of it. About 2 years ago, switched to an RX-7 that's LS swapped, and I've been kind of fine-tuning that, and now we're kind of trying to step into something a little bit bigger, get a little bit more serious with competition. I found out about Drift Roulette by slamming into Tony's door. Put a lot of marks on that guy's door, and we've crashed a few times and kind of just grew together and kind of been helping trying to promote this whole series.
I'm Rker Garrett. I've got a 89 S13 with the LS swap and has a cam, a big intake, and a tune. It's got full cage kits, roll cage, all the core works goodies. Today's my first comp ever, so hoping for the best. I met Tony through Nasty Gloves. I've only been officially drifting with like a decent legit car for like a year, so pretty new, but just getting with it. So Nasty Gloves is just fun drifting gloves where we just want to have fun, do some crazy stuff, and yeah, just keep with it. Here's a pair. They're a little dirty. Tony's got the new pair that are yellow and black, so if you want to check those out.
My name is Jake Gonzalez. Yeah, so this right here is my practice car. It's just a stock 2007 Nissan 350Z. And when I mean stock, I mean just like angle kit, welded diff, coilovers, and cooling stuff. Engine is completely bone stock. And that helps me increase reliability and make it to all these track days without really, knock on wood, having very many problems. Yeah, so I'm about 3 years deep into drifting right now. I started right before COVID. I was 16 right when I started, so I'm 19 right now. I compete in Hot Pit Auto Fest. It's another Pro-Am series around here. It's my other car. But I come out to these grassroots events. It's a lot of fun to go toe-to-toe with your friends and stuff who aren't at that same, competition level. And I like to try to make it fair and drive not-so-good cars. So.
How's it going? My name is Klein Barfield. This is my 2007 base model C6 Corvette LS2 car. Yeah, so I've been working on this thing for like 2 years now. As you can see, it's kind of in shambles. We broke the output shaft on the second run of practice. But hey, that's racing, stuff happens. So I've got a hell of a team that pulled everything out in 30 minutes. And, we're all gonna sit here and enjoy this insane competition and just get to enjoy it as spectators now,
You were here at the last Drift Roulette.
Yes.
And can you tell me about your experience and how well you placed on that event?
Oh, man. Last Drift Roulette was really a special event for me. And it was my first event with this car being well more set up. We actually did really well. We took it all the way to top 8. And Josh Stewart actually knocked me out. So it was fitting that he helped me get to the event. He took the win. It was an awesome event, and every single person at this event is just so cool and down to earth and out here having fun. This is one of my favorite events of the year. This is actually my third competition ever, or would have been if we, figure out a transmission situation. But it started off as just this thing that I really liked watching on YouTube and really liked drifting, and then I got a video game simulator and started drifting on the simulator, and one thing led to another. And when I moved back home to Georgia, I bought a 350Z with one of my friends and learned how to drive manual in that, and it just started progressing. And then I did track days, and then I learned how to put a roll cage in it, and I built my own roll cage and put it in there, and it was just a progression of falling in love with a sport, and everyone in this sport has welcomed me, and now I feel like I'm a part of it and I have to bring people into the sport. So I just like to travel around, and now I've quit my job. I'm a full-time Formula Drift mechanic. I travel. I'm a technician with the teams, and I travel with the teams working on their Formula Drift cars, and I work in a Formula Drift shop when I'm not doing that. So it's pretty cool, It's crazy to think I was working in construction 3 years ago, and just because I really love race cars, it led me here. And it just shows that anything is possible, and if you really want something, you can go get it. And if you love motorsports, you can be a part of it.
What's up? My name is Rampton. This is my LS-powered E36 built by Mad Science Garage. So we just put an LS in maybe a few months ago.
So since you were here at the last Drift Roulette, what were your thoughts on it? How did you place? What do you think you could have done differently?
So the last round was, I think I placed 5th or 6th. I didn't make it to top 4, but it was still really good considering that it was my second or third time driving the car. I was just still trying to figure it out. My seating position slightly different due to my new seats. As far as difference, I just feel like it was the very first event, and so we kind of warmed up there, and not everyone knew what they were doing, but the second event, so far, so good. Everything's seamless, everything's smooth. So we'll see you until the end of the day. Hopefully see you on the podium.
My name is Logan Hunter. My social media is lhunter.z.
So, first off, you won the previous.
Yes, I did. I got second place at the last event this competition was.
Nice.
So that was good. But unfortunately, we were not in the box this time because we had a little oopsie over here. We decided to get a little aggressive on the chase.
A little frisky.
Yeah, a little frisky, went a little too wide, picked the car up, and then dropped it, and the suspension broke, and I was deemed at fault, so I was out at top 8. My drifting experience, I started drifting this Z when it was an automatic for about 2 years, and then I switched to a manual transmission and never went back. And my only competition was the last round, last time, and I just had a bunch of fun events and had fun.
How did you find out about Drift Roulette in the first place?
Tony, obviously, because I don't really like to say this out loud, but I did watch his YouTube before I met him, because I would search up like how to fix stuff on my car, and he popped up. So I found out about him, went to one of his events at AVS, and he said, hey, you should come to my competition. I went, got second place, won $500, and never looked back.
Yeah. For the people who are going to be watching this on Tony's YouTube channel,
Yeah.
do you have any words for anyone who is interested in drifting but hasn't done it or is thinking of getting into it? Do you have any like tips for them?
Get into it and just drive a lot of laps as you can. Obviously, I'd say get a Z because I'm biased, but get a Z. G, Z, E36, E46, anything like that. Like, they're just obviously simple cars. Like, this is still stock motor, stock trans, stock diff. All it has is a bolt-on, not bolt-on, but a PBM lower angle kit and a hydro and a lot of oomph in it. And we got second place last time, so I think it's determined that this car works to a degree. I mean, obviously, it worked and then it didn't, but it's what it is. Yeah. Don't drift the daily. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. Can't drive to school on Monday when you got a broken tie rod and a bent-in quarter panel. The girls don't like that. They don't.
Now this video would be forever long if I showed you guys every battle, so I figured we're going to jump straight into top 8, and I'm going to do my best to narrate through each of them. First battle, we've got Ash versus Eric. Now Eric is in a pretty budget-built but well put together seat time car, it's the E46, versus Ash in his Pro-Am LS swapped 350Z. Now Eric does a really good job in the lead here, puts on a very good line, but that of course gives Ash everything he needs to put on a great chase, which you can see he's doing here, applying quite a bit of pressure. Overall, really good run from both drivers. Let's switch positions and see who takes home the victory. Alright, we've got Ash in the lead now, and you can see right off the line he starts to pull a gap on Eric. They initiate into the first turn, there's a big gap between them, Eric starts to make up some ground, and then he flicks his car to quite a bit of angle, scrubs a bit of speed, and then it's just playing catch up from here, and the battle's pretty much decided. Second battle of the top 8, we've got Nate versus Christian. Christian in a pretty stock 350Z versus Nate in a supercharged Mustang. Now Christian's immediately applying pressure, while Nate is doing a great job in the lead, drawing a real good line through this course, but again, that's giving Christian the opportunity to apply pressure. Little bobble in the chase here, kind of goes offline. Nate's still doing a great job in the lead. Switch positions, send him again. We've got Christian in the lead here, doing a pretty good job so far, and this is where Nate really kind of seals the deal. He cuts the line really bad, is way off course, has to almost straighten, and then he still somehow gets gapped at the very end, which seals the deal and gives Christian the win. Next battle in the top 8, we've got Philly in his Nitrous 370Z versus Dana in his Turbo E46 sedan. Now I only have this one run, but you'll see why it doesn't really matter. Dana's out in the lead and loses it right here, gives Philly the win, move on into the top 4. Last battle of the Grade 8, and boy was it a good one. We've got Logan in his 350Z out front and Rampton in his LS E36 behind him. Logan is putting on a great lead line. This kid was doing great leads all day long, but here comes Rampton applying the pressure. Both drivers doing a really good job on this lap, but unfortunately we know how the second lap goes. Let's watch it anyways. Rampton's out in front, Logan's behind him, immediately applying the pressure. This kid wanted the win. Unfortunately, he just wanted it a little too bad. You see him start to get closer and closer here, and this is where it's too late. Taps him, taps the wall again, and that's a wrap for Logan. First battle of the final 4, we've got Ash in the chase, Rampton in the lead, and Ash starts a little bit behind. He's kind of playing catch up this whole time. Rampton's putting on a great lead, and even though there's a little bit of gap between them, Ash is still putting on a good chase. He's matching his angle really well. almost drawing the same line. You can see he catches up really well at the end here. Let's swap places, see what happens. Alright, we've got Ash in the lead now, Rampton in chase. Ash initiates, Rampton dives in, catches right up to him. And you can see he kind of has to cut the line in the chase here just a little bit. He's just missing that outer zone, but he does get up to his door. And if you weren't sure who won that one, neither were the judges. It ended up being a one more time, so let's watch it again. One more time battle. We've got Rampton in the lead, Ash in the chase, already drawing a perfect chase line. And he continues to do it. Angle is right on point. He's in the same zone, drawing the same line, applying pressure, not too aggressive, makes a little correction there. Let's swap places and see who takes home the win. Alright, so we've got Ash in the lead for the second half of this one more time battle. Ash initiates. Rampton gives him a little bit of room, but does catch up really quickly. Both of these drivers are doing a great job. I would hate to be a judge here. You can see Rampton applying the pressure. He's matching angle really well. And Ash is out there drawing a great lead line. And again, if you couldn't pick a winner, neither could the judges. This is another one more time. Third battle between these same drivers. Rampton out front, Ash in chase. Ash is doing a great job at matching angle, but Rampton is doing a great job in the lead. Again, filling that zone perfectly. And Ash is a little outside of the zone. He's not driving super aggressive, but he is right there. The proximity's there, the angle's there. Now we've got Ash in the lead. Let's see if we can actually get a winner this time around. They initiate. Rampton is more aggressive than he's ever been, dives right in on that door. Unfortunately, that puts him offline. That's the end of that battle. Ash moves on to the finals. Second half of the final four, we've got Philly out in the lead in that gold 370Z versus Christian in his 350Z. Christian dives in on this transition so well, and it really sets him up for the rest of this lap. You can see he's really applying the pressure while Philly's doing a good job, but he's not really filling all those zones in the lead. Let's swap places and see who wins. Christian's out front, Philly's in chase. They initiate, Philly's right there with him. He said, I'm not going down without a fight. Unfortunately, that puts him way too far inside. He ends up taking out that inner clip, and now he's way offline. He has to really cut the line to make up for it. Meanwhile, Christian's doing a great job in the lead. He's dragging bumper from tapping the wall, which gives Christian the win and moves him on to the finals. Before we move on to the finals, we've got our third place battle between Philly and Rampton. Who's going to take that final spot on the podium? We've got Philly in the lead, Rampton in the chase. They initiate, Philly goes nice and wide, Rampton's giving him no space. Dives right in here, glues himself to the door. You can see Philly comes out of that zone a little early, but Rampton is still right there with him. Great proximity, right on that last clip. Let's swap places and see who takes the third. We've got Rampton in the lead now, Philly giving chase. Rampton pulling a gap right off the line, filling that zone nicely. Philly is right behind him though, he's trying to play catch up, takes out that inner clip. Philly's running shallow to try and gain proximity, and it works. And I think Rampton's the king of one more times here because we are going again. One more time battle for third place. Who's getting the last spot on the box, taking home $250 cash plus prizes from our sponsors. They initiate, Rampton is already applying the pressure. Philly's doing a good job in the lead though. But man, Rampton is really shooting for that third place spot here. I mean, he is really putting up a fight. That was a great chase run. Let's see what he can do in the lead. Swap places. Let's see who's taking home that third place spot. They initiate. Already Philly is applying some pressure. This transition right here is great. It sets Philly up so good in the chase. You can see Rampton's a little shallow on that zone, but not too bad. I have to wait for the podium ceremonies to see who takes home the win. Drift Roulette season opener finals right here. A real David and Goliath battle. Both 350Zs. One's a Pro-Am LS swapped, fully built car versus a totally stock 350Z. I mean, this thing even has stock seats. Ash continues to do what he does best and put on an absolutely clinic of how to run a lead line around this track. Let's swap places, crown somebody a winner, and hand out some cash. We've got Christian in the lead, Ash in the chase. Now Christian's already at a deficit. That was not a great chase run from him. And instead of backing off like Ash could have done, he applies the pressure and puts on a show for these people. And Christian's doing a great job in the lead. I mean, he's on that wall, but there's Ash right on his door. Let's get to the closing ceremonies and see who won.
spotted out hard. But our third place winner goes to Billy! Congratulations, Billy. Congratulations, Rampton. Making 4 points here. In the front of the car. Our first place winner here today is Ash. Congratulations! Congratulations on second place. Congratulations, guys. You put on an incredible show. Thank you so much for coming out and attending Drift Roulette. And, yeah, go ahead and celebrate. Woo! Put it up for our podium driver.
All right, another Drift Roulette in the books. This one was awesome. So much fun. A lot of insanely talented drivers came out here, put on a show. I don't know what else to say. I'm at a loss for words. It was an awesome event, total success. Everybody had a great time. And yeah, don't miss the next one.
That's a wrap. Drift Roulette High Stakes, the 2024 season opener. I just want to end it with a massive thank you to absolutely everybody that came out. Incredible lineup of drivers, huge support from all of our sponsors, way more spectators than I imagined, and so many friends that came out to help, lend a hand, and make the event such a success. Thank you to you all. Thank you to all you guys watching. I hope to see you guys at round 2 of Drift Roulette High Stakes. But until then, I'll catch you in the next video.